Hey friends, this is the Homestead Bandwagon. I'm Micah, and I whacked my thumb really hard with a hammer the other day. It really hurt. Today we're talking about what to do if your machine's just taking forever to get repaired. It broke down, you're trying to get it fixed. What can you do to speed up that process? Today's episode of the Homestead Bandwagon is brought to you by 50-pound bags of sand. They're really fun to carry. This is video number 4 in a collector series I like to call This Tractor Sucks. I know, catchy title. So this video is actually a continuation from video number 3, in which I talked about the 3 bottlenecks causing a lot of slowdowns in getting equipment repaired in our current climate. If you want to watch the other video, I'll have a link to it somewhere here at the end of this video. If it's interesting to you, what I'm doing is just kind of peeling the curtain back a little bit here, because I sell tractors. I write service. I sell parts. I'm seeing things from the dealer side, and I would love to share some insight that I have that may be useful to other people to get things accomplished. In this case, getting your repairs accomplished. So that's what I'm talking about here. What can you do in an imperfect world to make things work a little bit better? It should be great if every dealer was just perfect and operated perfectly and things went according to plan, but you know what? Things don't work according to plan. What can you do to maybe nudge things in the right direction? The very first thing I would tell you is to be kind, but be persistent. And what I mean by that is don't be a big old jerk. If you're a big old jerk, I'm not going to want to answer the phone when you call. I'm not going to want to get back to you right away. That's just human nature. Be kind, but be persistent. Set timelines. Say, hey, do you think it's going to be a day, a week, a month, a year till this repair is done? And listen when you're told. If the repair facility says it's a month and you don't like it, go somewhere else. But if they say it's going to be a month, give them a month. And then be persistent. Follow up after the month and say, okay, it's been a month. How are we looking here? The squeaky wheel gets the grease, but the big angry gorilla doesn't get the best treatment in the world. So be kind, but be persistent and communicate. Hey, how long is it going to take? How much do you think it's going to cost to fix? Those are the 2 big questions to ask. And then after we've passed the timeline, let's do some follow-up and reset our timelines, because bad things can happen. There can be problems that set us back, but feel free to be a little persistent while being nice. Here's something you can do to really speed up your repair. Offer to pay extra for your parts. What I mean by that is, I can order you parts on its own separate order if you don't mind paying the freight. But by default, we will not, because people don't want to pay the freight. They're used to having free shipping because of Amazon. But if you're really urgent to get your machine, offer to pay for expedited shipping. Say, hey, I will pay whatever it costs to get that part here tomorrow. What do we got to do? Now, it might not show up tomorrow. It might still take a week to show up. But if we're waiting for a stocking order, a large order to be made that doesn't cost any freight money, so you're not paying freight, you might wait a month. This can slow down your repair. Offer to pay the expedited shipping to get your parts faster if it's that important for you to get your machine. That is the biggest tip I have, is speed up your shipping on your parts by offering to pay. This is a biggie. A huge thing that I have happen that delays people's repairs from getting done is we don't have good contact information for them. Make sure the dealer has a good phone number for you, not your home phone number that you ever never answer, or your fax number, or your cell phone if you don't answer your cell. What number can they call you at to reach you? Because hands-on business is a now business. If I need authorization to work on something while it's torn apart, I'm going to call and get that yes to go right now. If you do not answer your phone, if your voicemail doesn't work, we're done. You're machine number 1 in a line of 50 machines, but guess what? I'm moving on to number 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going on down the line. And because there's a shortage of people, I don't have the busy work time to keep calling you 3 times a day. I'm going to call you once. If I can't leave a voicemail, we might be done for the day. That machine's been pushed aside. I'm moving on to the next one because the guy after you needs your machine bad, his machine bad too. Answer your phone. Check your voicemail. I text people, but many people in the industry do not. Check your text and respond quickly. This is how you get your repairs done fast. Now, speaking of communication, if you are calling in and asking questions and responding to stuff, make sure you're talking to the right person. it is very easy for a message to get written down and handed off and disappear. Who's the right person to talk to? Who's your correct contact person? Make sure you're communicating with that person exclusively if you can. Let's get on their ear, get in front of them, get to talking to the right person and give them the information. Don't get your information lost in a game of telephone where one person says to another person, says to another person, says to another person, and all of a sudden the information gets garbled. Talk to the person who's going to be handling your repair. Establish who it is there early and keep communicating with them. And to dovetail with that, what's this, the fourth thing? This is a biggie. Make sure you're communicating with them on their terms. It seems like you're the customer and they should do things the way you want. And that's true, they should. But if you want to get things done fast, let's figure out how to get them done fast. And that is, if the person who's in charge of your repair, the person who's getting a hold of you to approve things, to get more information, if they only work by phone, you need to work by phone. I've got people who call in all the time asking for the email address of a person they've been working with on a repair, and I'll warn them, that guy's kind of old school. He doesn't check his emails. He doesn't know how to do it. And they'll blow right through me and say, I want their email. I need to send them an email. Okay, it's going into the black hole. So, what is their best communication method? For me, I text with my customers. It's fast, it's easy, I can keep track of stuff. I love to text with my customers. If you're trying to reach me on the phone, you might not. There's always a customer in front of me. You might not hear from me for the whole day. But if you text me, I can pop up my phone real quick, multitask, text you back. What is the best communication method for that person? Ask them, hey, how should I communicate with you? Do you answer emails? Do you answer text? Do you answer phone calls? What's the best? Let's do it. Now, if it has been a while since your machine's been done, let's look at your paperwork again. Did they get all the information right? Are we missing something? There may be more information these people need. If all we've told them is the thing doesn't like to start, but what the truth is it doesn't like to start after it's been running for an hour. That's very different, and it may be causing problems in the diagnosis. So let's go back, double check your paperwork, and give the repair facility more information if they need it. Because they may. If you remember something, call in, text in, email in right away. Get a hold of whoever's doing the repairs and say, hey, I forgot something, this, and this. Now, what if this machine's just going to take forever to repair? There's nothing we can do about it. We're waiting on a part. We're waiting for a technician. Can the machine still be operated? That's a big question. And customers don't ask me that enough, and I've suggested it a few times, and they're amazed. What if we just need to diagnose the problem, but you can still use the machine? I did that with my tractor. There was a small little pinhole leak in a hydraulic line that was making it so I couldn't use the PTO. So I couldn't run our brush cutter, but I could do loader work. Okay, part was on back order. We'll give it a month. I'm going to use my machine while I'm waiting for the parts to show up. Be prepared to pay to have the machine brought back to you or whatever you got to do. But if you need to use your machine, offer to just, hey, take it back while we're waiting for the parts to show up. That's something you can do, and your dealer or your repair facility will probably be into it. Let's go. It might cost you a little more for repairs if your machine's torn apart, but if you need your machine fast, let's do it. Let's put it back together. I do want to talk about being realistic here, and that is sometimes the place you want to repair your machine is not the right place to repair it. And if you push them, sure, they'll take it, but it might not be the best choice. Now, this may be like if you own a John Deere tractor and you try to take it to a New Holland dealer to fix it. Sure, they could fix it, but it probably wouldn't be their top priority, and they're probably not very, very adept at fixing John Deere tractors, so it might take longer. So is the place you're taking it really the best place? Be willing to admit if you were wrong and take it there and take it somewhere else. That may speed up your repair in reality. I've had customers before who just shoved machines down my throat, refused to take no for an answer, and then were mad that the repair took forever. And we told them it would take forever. We would say, listen, we don't usually deal with these machines. We have to buy the parts retail. It's going to take forever to get them. We have to really be careful with our diagnosis here. This thing could be here 2 months. And they say, well, whatever, I want you to do it. And then surprise, surprise, a month down the road, they're calling me mad. Well, we told you it'd take at least 2 months. So make sure, if you've taken your machine into the facility and it's not the right facility, and maybe they've kind of told you, listen, we don't really know how to fix this, maybe it's better to take the machine back and take it somewhere else. That will speed up your repair, believe it or not. All right, I hope this was helpful. The next video I'm going to do is on parts. what you can do to order the right parts the first time, hopefully every time, and stop ordering the wrong parts. That's what the next video is going to be about. If you want to subscribe, that's a great way to find out about that video.